Hey guys, welcome to another part of our BT16 tournament. We've got two purple kings, Leviamon versus FenriLoogamon. Leviamon is a deck that doesn't have any new tools in BT16, but we missed the BT15 and the EX5 tournament because of nationals and because of people just weren't available to do it last time. So we wanted to show off Leviamon since it should have shown up like 2 tournaments ago if we had done an EX3, EX5 tournament, but it just wasn't there. But we're glad to show it off now because it's a really explosive deck and it's very fun to watch it go off. But on the Lugamon side of things, it does have new things to play with. You've got the brand new Ukamon, which everybody hates it. Everybody wants to choke it. We already saw Leviamon do it. And you've also got a brand new Soul Lugamon, which is like amazing. There's some ridiculous things you can do with it. So on the Lugamon side of things, he got a great opening. He got the Ukamon. So already that Lugamon is going to allow him to check the top 2 cards of the deck. He gets another Lugamon, which is the exact Lugamon that he wants to see usually. So he literally just like got his Ukamon set up. And if the Leviamon can't do anything about it, he's just going to get another search next turn. That there was not a legal play. Oh no, that was training. My bad. I thought it was Ukamon. So yes, he grabbed the Mimbu stuff training, and now he's going to analog use into... Wow, he can get another Lugamon if he wanted. But the Soul Luga is a pretty important piece in case he doesn't have a level 5. Sorry for the misspeak there. I thought that he grabbed an option card off of Ukamon for a second. I was just not talking about the Ukamon. Alright, so he got the Soul Lugamon, the rest get trashed. Now for Leviamon, we have a boost ready to go, so we can pop off possibly. So we're going to move up. We can either go into Guru X or into a level 5 here. Both of those things would be really good in this situation. We are going to boost. We will... What's it going to be? What's it going to be? Wow, he's really thinking about this. We go for the Dragomon. So the opponent can play out something from trash. You know, he could play the Ubergato, which would... Oh wait, the on-play effects don't trigger, that's right. Yeah. So the on-play effects wouldn't trigger. But it's so funny that, like, that's an option. So he is going to play the Ukamon suspended. It looks like, no, he changed his mind. He went back to the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that on-play effects don't trigger. Yeah, it's suspended, and it should be on-play effects don't trigger. So he goes back to the Ukamon. Yeah, so now it's... This will be funny if that Ukamon lives, because he'll get a double Ukamon next turn. So off these inherits, he is going to get some memory gain. We are going to swing at the Ukamon, get a draw, discard, inherit. Kind of unfortunate he didn't have the setup to really capitalize off of that Dragomon. That's not how you want your Dragomon play to go. You want it to go like, you also get to play something out of trash. We are going to X-Ante into Levi X, I believe. Yeah. Still a hefty cost, but this is going to kill a Tamer and a level 3. So he does get to at least wipe the body and the analog youth, which getting rid of the analog youth is pretty good. He's got a lot of memory, and he's got true training, so this is going to be a pretty brutal turn. We plug in the AG for the memory. Now, if he is aligned, he's kind of set to go. The only thing that's missing is, like, things in trash. All he has is the Black Gato Uber. He doesn't have any other SOC or Dark Animals to play off of the FenriLoogamon. So hopefully he gets some draw discard in order to get there. We're going to go into Lugar. Lugar can attack, gain a memory, draw discard, evolve into something. However, the catch is if he evolves into what he discards, then that's a card out of trash that he actually might want to play. Like, he's in this weird scenario where he wants cards in trash to play, but he also has to do his gimmick where he discards in order to gain memory. So he is going to analog youth, which will get him some more things in trash. We got another Black Gato, which will be a really good target for the Fenri. So we are going to training into Hell, actually. Looks like he's not ready to go for the Soul. So end of turn, AG pops out, gain memories, then the Hell still triggers. The Hell will draw 2, add back a Lugamon from trash, he gets back the BT14. Yeah, BT14 Lugamon. Or is it 15? So we are going to discard up to 3 Digimon in order to delete Leviamon X, which is also going to trigger the analog use, which is like, this combination of Hell Lugar and analog use is so good for tempo in FenriLoogamon. Like, it's a big reason why the deck is good. But Leviamon X does have Protoform, so he does get to recover that card and get a piece back from his stack. Fortunately, he's got nothing else going on. Meanwhile, the Lugamon is already setting up his raising again. What's funny is at this point, he could just hard play that Ukamon. It would choke the 1, and he would have it set up next turn to trigger Ukamon, because Ukamon just has to see something move out of raising, and that's exactly what he does. That's just how powerful that card is. Especially for a piece-reliant deck like Lugamon. So Leviamon has no choice but to just set up. It is not in a position to respond or to, like, kill. But training's about as good as you can hope in this situation. Fortunately, he doesn't get, like, a really highly sought piece. Like, he can just get a Mem Boost, which can hopefully get him to something else later, but he might have to waste a turn using that as the problem. So the Lugamon's going to come out already, and Ukamon's going to go again. Wow, we can even get the analog use to get a double analog use trigger. He does go for the Lugar. And the Lugamon does not plug in anything. But that's fine, because he's got AG on field already. So Lugar is going to evolve for 2. And we're just going to stop there. We're not going to do a chain. Which that does make sense. He does have another Lugamon in racing already to pop off again. Leviamon's going to training into Dober. No, Garurumon. Different kind of dog. Draw, discard. Like, this can be a really interesting matchup because if Leviamon gets set up with a Biting Crush and a 7th Lightning, it can, like, wipe away an entire Lugamon field when it goes off. So for Lugamon, you really want to try to make sure that you keep them off as much as possible, make sure they can't get set up, and, like, go for game as soon as you can. Unfortunately, it does not look like Lugamon has been able to triangulate itself into that position. So Leviamon's just going to go for the Biting Crush, paying 8, delete the other body, but they've got the Leviamon ready. And if I'm correct, I think there's even a Levi X in trash. So this is going to be pretty nasty. Like, does he have 7th Lightning? I forgot if he has 7th Lightning set up. So Lugamon comes up, Ukamon triggers. Oh wow, interesting. He's playing the new Sesmon, which is a very interesting card. It is red-purple. I don't know if it's Dark Animal or not. I'll have to double check that. He goes for the Tyrannomon, the good old SOC Tyrannomon, or not. What's he going to decide? What's it going to be, ladies and gentlemen? If it were me, I would go for the Tyrannomon, but maybe he already has a Tyrannomon, possibly. So we do get the Tyrannomon. Oh, he's out of eggs. Oh. Oh. This could go poorly. If this Lugamon does not make a big push, this could go really poorly. And considering the Biting Crush is already there, yeah, this could go poorly. So we are going to play Tyrannomon. Top 4. Grab SOC and SOC Tamer, I think. So we get the Lugar. Then we must discard a card. Discarding potentially the Lugar. He would get to evolve into it. No, he goes for the Fenri. Gosh, I don't know what you do from here because, like, because you don't have an egg in raising, you know when this Fenri goes off, you're going to lose a pretty significant amount of your field. You're going to lose your highest level, which is the thing that means it's going to be FenriLoogamon. So it's going to really suck if you lose it. We are going to training potentially into that new soul. Oh, he decides not to. Yeah, we have to plug in. We didn't do that yet. We are going to training into the soul. We can discard 2 in order to delete something, I think of 6k or less. It might be 5k or less, but he'll probably be deleting that Garurumon. Yes, we deleted Garurumon, but because we deleted something, we don't have to play from trash. But if we did play from trash, we would lose the FenriLoogamon. So he probably doesn't want to do that. Ukamon swings, because we know it's proto form, so he just gets it back. And we are going to go in with Soul. Looks like we might just alliance with the Tyranno. Yeah, this is a really tough decision. Like, he is not going to have a raising for the rest of this game. And the Biting Crush is out, so he's in a weird position. So Fenrir's just going to come out. And he just goes, no thank you, to the bodies. He doesn't play them. But he's just going to gain memory off of playing the AG back out. So he does keep turn because of the weird FenriLooga effect. We're going to plug AG back in to get Alliance back. We're just going to Alliance with Tyrannomon for 2 checks. Unfortunately... oh, and that's right, so he unsuspends off of the new Lugar Inherit, which is different from the old Lugar Inherit. Unfortunately, because he did an alliance on that swing, he died to the Leviamon security. That's pretty rough, honestly. He gets to gain a memory off the analog, which allowed him to keep turn, because, funnily enough, he would not have kept turn if it weren't for that. So Tyranno gets to add the AG and that Luga. Or, sorry, he's adding AG and Dino B? Yeah, he should not have added the Dino B because the Tyranno can only add SOC trait. Yeah, so he should not have added that. That Dino B definitely does not SOC. So we are going to play Gobbly. We have the Protoform, so we can Protoform his Dober X if he has it. Yeah, this could be brutal, because he can Dober X for 1, and then go Drago, and force the opponent to play something out of trash, which will trigger Biting Crush, and 7th Lightning, and Leviathan X. So this could be a really big turn, and it looks to me like Leviathan's just going to walk from here. Like, Luga has no raising left, so everything he puts on the field is going to be vulnerable to all of Leviathan's deletion. And on top of that, it'll be hard for him to even set up a Digimon that can swing, because, you know, he technically does have Rush, thanks to Dino B, but he's not going to get that easily, especially if these 2 Tyrannomons are going to die. So Drago does force the opponent to play something. It's not really a good option, honestly. I suppose you could do a Tyrannomon to have another blocker, but he goes for the Luga instead. Which I guess that will gain him a memory if it lives, but it's probably not going to live. So Drago will play the Giza. And now because of Biting Crush, we trigger... Like, we gain a memory off the Inherit. And then Biting Crush triggers. We go Leviathan. We're going to delete one of the Tyrannomons. And probably the Lugamon. There's no reason to kill the Ukamon at this point. So Lugamon and Tyrannomon die. Gain 2 memory off Leviathan. Next, he gets to trigger 7th Lightning. I believe. Oh no, okay, that's right, that's right. He's going to go Leviathan X over the level 5 with X antibody, which is going to kill a level 3 Anatamer. Brutal. Brutal. And he's going to gain more memory off of Leviathan. And then 7th Lightning kills the level 4. Oh my god, brutal. So this Leviathan X can now swing for 3 checks. And Drago does not have the unsuspend effect. Oh, that's right, the other Leviathan X can evolve on the Leviathan. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm pretty sure Leviathan X is walking with this. Without any raising, there's nothing that Lugamon can do. I'm honestly surprised. Like, Lugamon had an excellent head start, but because of the fact that, like, they didn't have... They either chose not to for some reason, or they just didn't have the pieces to go for a push early. Or they brought... It's possible they also didn't want to just, like, go real wide and just leave themselves vulnerable to Leviathan. Like, this is honestly a really tricky matchup. Like, if your deck is all about plating things from effect, and you're up against Leviamon, you're going to be in an annoying situation the whole time. Yeah, and no egg left, so, like, Lugamon's just sitting there, just waiting for, like, the turn where they do nothing. Levi's just going to double X for 2. Just draws to the deck more. Drops something in trash. Doesn't really matter at this point. I can only think of one card that could help Lugamon in this situation, and I think I saw it in his hand. It is still going to cost a lot. It'll cost him 11, I believe, if he has the Dis-X. And yes, he does have the Dis-X, and it costs him 11. It doesn't even really help that much because you still have to deal with Leviamon and Dragomon. Like, depending on what Leviamon has, he can just do Levi X again. Which I believe Levi X does kill 3, 5, and 7, so that Death X might just die anyway. And yeah, he just has it in hand. And yeah, it just kills Tamer and level 7. Oh. Yeah. This is over, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, 3 checks Levi X. 2 Lugamons in a boost, I think? Yeah. Now, how are we gonna get this last swing? Not that it really matters. We're just kind of like sitting here waiting for Levi to just take the game at this point. Honestly, it's a pretty tough matchup, honestly. So I don't really blame Lugamon for struggling. At this point, you can just drop a rookie, honestly. He's not going to have another Death X, and if he does have another Death X, it won't help. Yep, drop rookie, go to 1. Good luck. And, no Death X? I guess that's all I can do. Yep. That is the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Well, honestly, like I said before, I'm pretty impressed that Leviamon ended up taking that. Like, Lugamon had a really commanding start, but they just couldn't take the game soon enough before Leviamon got set up. And really, all it took was the one Biting Crush. Once that Biting Crush came out, all of a sudden Lugamon had to play with their hands tied behind their back. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that match. Hope you come up for the next one. Pretty soon we should have our... Hopefully soon we'll have the finals coming up, which are going to be best of 3. So I hope you guys enjoy it. See you next time.